Now, lads, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is what you like to see. This is what you like to see, and this is something that is like you don't see any. You're not seeing any like social and making up that social media is hard and bad things are happening. You're not seeing any of this. This is exactly the way you want people to react to any sort of internet hate. If you're going to react, this is the best way to do it. If you're not going to react to it, ideally, it's best if you don't react to it. But this is the best possible way to react to it. Not making up that you may or may not have heard something that never happened. But going and flipping the internet hate on its head. Because let's be real. The internet hate is only internet hate in a lot of situations. And yes, obviously Angel Reese has heard things that have completely crossed the line. But let's be real, the vast majority of the hate that Angel Reese gets is field goal percentage and Mebounds. And speaking of Mebounds, Angel Reese has officially trademarked Mebounds. She has officially trademarked the word Mebounds. Like, fair play. Like, I gotta say, this is a smart decision. This is a real smart decision. I tweeted as like, I respect her not only going along with it, but monetizing this. Like, there's a video of her coming out being like, I love who came up with the word Mebounds because rebounds, Mebounds, Z-bounds, they're all mine. Everything's mine. I'm like, yes, thank you. That is the best way to respond to this. Turning a negative into a positive. And I'm like, look, am I the biggest fan of Angel Reese? No. Do I think she can be a really good player? The Angel Reese we saw yesterday is a really good basketball player. Like that version of Angel Reese where she doesn't really shoot the ball. Where she doesn't shoot the ball other than of offensive rebounds to keep the defense somewhat jealous. The occasional jump, or not jealous, she's somewhat honest. The occasional jump shot, just again, if she hits one, to keep them honest because they don't guard her out there. Like I'm cool with 7 shots a game. In 36 minutes, 7 shots. That's the exact, between 6 and 9 shots is how many shots Angel Reese should be shooting. 1 shot every 4 minutes. But everything else should be kicked out. Everything should be kicked out. It gets your shooters in rhythm. It helps on driving kicks. It makes her less of a liability on the inside because you can't double down on her because you know it's going to be kicked out. That was a great game. But like again, it doesn't, at the end of the day, we're humans. We don't have to like other people. We don't have to like other players. A general, as a fan, you don't have to like everybody. But at the end of the day, as somebody who talks about the league, I consider myself somewhere in between the freaking stan accounts in the media. I'll report on this. Gotta love it. Like, I would absolutely, the only way I would find, the only thing that I could say would be like a better way or better product from the WNBA is, you know, the way Caitlin Clark talks about she wanted to be a chef and how she bakes. I would love if Caitlin Clark went out of her way and released Caitlin Clark brand turnovers. If she released Caitlin Clark brand turnovers, like, we got to be honest, that would be probably the only thing that would match this, and I would love that equally as much. Like, could you imagine how many, like, if Caitlin Clark made a bakery brand? And I know it's like, oh, she doesn't want to put her name on anything, but that would be, do you know how many Caitlin Clark turnovers would sell? Do you know how many things, how much that would be memed? Imagine how much free publicity from people just taking pictures of that and memeing it, and it would be everywhere. It would be everywhere. You wouldn't even need to advertise the Caitlin Clark turnovers. You wouldn't even need to make advertisements. It would do, social media would do it themselves. Like, it's some hate watchers watch. And that's one thing I will say is, like, hate watchers watch. And you better believe there are going to be people that will put money in Angel Reese's pockets buying the Mebounds merch as a way of hating her. And it's like, if you have people hating you online and you can monetize the people hating you online, you've done something perfect. You've done something absolutely perfect. Would be a great move. She hustles off the court more than she does on. I'm not going to question Angel Reese's effort. The only thing I'll ever question Angel Reese's effort on is not running back on defense, which she doesn't. But I did think she played a better defensive game yesterday. I think she's very, very good. She got really quick hands on the defensive end. And she does a good job pressuring the ball handler. And she gets quite a lot of steals off that. But again, running back on defense is the only problem. But this for me is like that. This is maybe of all things, the only better move. Like in the last, she has made like two of the best moves of her career, trademarking Mebounds and deciding I'm not going to shoot anymore. Let me just kick the shooters, because I am going to create 4 wide open 3-point shots off offensive rebounds every single game. When I get the offensive rebound and I kick to a shooter, I'm going to create 4 wide open. Realistically, even the Sky are going to go 2 for 4 on wide opens. That's two free assists. They're going to double down, expect the layups. That's 2 free assists. And suddenly I'm averaging, instead of averaging 9 or 10, and 3 with 4 turnovers a game, I'm averaging 10, and averaging 9, 11, and whatever, 6 with 3.5, 4 turnovers. And I'm like, I'm good with that. A positive assist to turnover ratio, which she's on track towards getting. 1 more triple-double on the year. And let's be real, like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, when it's all said and done, if you take out Alyssa Thomas, by year 3, they're probably, if Angel keeps playing like this, they're going to be 2 and 3 in all-time triple-doubles. Because let's be honest, Caitlin Clark was an assist and 2 boards off a triple-double a couple of games ago. Like Caitlin Clark has been within 1 assist. I think she was 2 rebounds off a triple-double one other game. Like it's not like either of them, or it could be the end of either of them getting triple-doubles for the year. But she is going to make millions off Mebounds merch. She's going to make millions off Mebounds merch. And this reminds me of, again, I'm a Leeds United fan. And it's like, when you can reclaim the negative things, like Leeds are known as choke artists or bottlers. We're known as bottlers. There's literally a chant called Leeds are falling apart again. Like teams will chant Leeds are falling apart again. Like I remember watching, I think it was Nottingham Forest against Man City, a game. And in the middle of the game, both sets of fans started chanting Leeds are falling apart again. Leeds weren't playing in that game and they were chanting about Leeds. And I'm like, as a Leeds fan, in the last year, we've been the most clutch team in world football. How many 90th-minute winners? And we won the league on a 90th-minute winner. Like we've been the most clutch team in world football, and we've reclaimed the Leeds are falling apart again chants. Like you can buy like merch that says Leeds are falling apart again, promoted. Like that's the thing. When you can reclaim something like this, and the fact that she can monetize and reclaim Mebounds, and in fairness, like that's the best way to react about it. Her going on Twitter being like, Mebounds, rebounds doesn't matter. They're all mine. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the way to do it. And now trademarking and monetizing about it, so much respect for that. So much respect for that, because that is the best thing you can do, where it's like, if you can the more you can monetize the internet hate, the more like, not that the hate that won't get to you, because when it comes to Angel Reese, there's clearly in my opinion, there's a difference between Centel stuff, Mebounds, criticize, going at field goal percentage, calling her Brick Barbie, that's one side. And then obviously there's the way too far stuff that no one should ever have to hear about themselves. That's different. I'm not talking about that side. We're not talking about that side. Like I think most reasonable people can agree that those type of people are just assholes. Like that has nowhere it belongs. But the normal sports heckling, being probably the most heckled sports star online, the most negatively talked about sports star for their performance online, and being able to reclaim some of that, yeah, good move.